What's up, family? It's your favorite author and storyteller, Matt D. Talford, back with another quick edition of Maddie's Rap. Now, if you're wondering why I'm smiling, it's because my returning subscribers know that whenever I say quick, it's typically not quick. But today, I'm going to try my best to make this a quick video because the subject matter is short and to the point, but it's rich. It's rich, all right? If you're new to my channel, welcome. If you're a returning subscriber, welcome back. You know I love you, all right? So let's get on with it. What you may not know about your zodiac sign. Now, you guys know I'm big into astrology, so you've got a ton of different signs, but today we're dealing with the sun sign. When people say, oh, my sign is, or when someone says, what is your sign, they're typically talking about your sun sign. So what is it that you don't know about your sun sign, or what you may not know about your sun sign? To answer that question, we're going to look at a coin. Every coin has a heads and a tails. If you chance upon a coin or walk past a table that has a penny, a dime, a nickel, or a quarter sitting on it, and let's say the heads side is up, there's a tail side that you don't see because it's not exposed to you. Your sun sign works the same way. That's still a quarter, but it's the head side that you see. So how does that apply to the zodiac? There are 12 signs in the zodiac, but those 12 signs are situated on 6 axes. 6 axes, okay? Let's review them. Let's start with Aries. Aries shares an axis with Libra. Aries and Libra are 180 degrees apart on the 360-degree zodiac wheel. Aries shares an axis with Libra. Next, Taurus. Taurus shares an axis with Scorpio. Next, Gemini. Gemini shares an axis with Sagittarius. Next, Cancer. Cancer shares an axis with Capricorn. Next, Leo. Leo shares an axis with Aquarius. And last but not least, Virgo. Virgo shares an axis with Pisces. Now, remember what I said about that coin. A penny is a penny. It doesn't matter if it's heads or tails. It's just one side is exposed, the other side is not exposed, but it's still there. Let me show you how that works. Virgo. Let's start with Virgo. Since that's the last one I did, the first shall be last and the last shall be first, right? Let's start with Virgo. Virgo shares an axis with which sign? I just said it. Pisces. One's earth, one's water. How does that look in nature? There cannot be, wherever there's earth, there's water supporting it. It is the water that makes that earth rich. And even in an arid climate, if you dig or drill deep enough, you'll eventually hit water. Water sits underneath the earth. But if you go out into the sea, and when you're on land, water sits underneath the earth. If you go out to sea or you go out to a lake or a river, you're on water. Earth sits under the water. That's how that works. So you've got Virgo, which is earth. It shares an axis with Pisces, which is water. Virgo, mutable earth. Pisces, mutable water. What do we know about Virgo? Virgo is a sign of service. Virgos love service. Virgos love helping people to be their best. That is what Virgo does very well. Virgo is very analytical as well. Virgo is all about health as well. Those are 3 characteristics of Virgos. Virgos care about their health. Virgos also care about being organized, okay? They care a lot about being organized. That's Virgo energy as well. That's Virgo. Virgos care about service to others. Now, when you're looking at a Virgo, the side you don't see is the Piscean side. What do we know about Pisces? Pisces are very giving. They are very giving. And what's another characteristic of Pisces? Pisces are very dreamy. They spend a lot of time daydreaming, okay? What's the other thing we know about Pisces? Pisces are very intuitive. They're psychic. Pisces is the psychic of the zodiac. They are psychic. They can almost pick up on your thoughts. That's Pisces. Virgo has those same characteristics, but they're not as pronounced as they are in Pisces. Every Virgo I know can pick up on moods and things like that, and and because Virgo's analytical, the Piscean nature helps to trigger that analytics, because then they want to know what's wrong. Hey, what's going on? Virgos analyze. They'll start asking questions, right? That's Virgo energy. That's Virgo energy. They are supported by some powerful Piscean energy. For a lot of the Virgos I know, they spend a lot of time daydreaming. They daydream about a lot of stuff, a lot of different scenarios. That is because of the fact that they share that axis with Pisces, okay? Virgo is, the ruling planet for Virgo is what? Mercury. The ruling planet for Virgo is Mercury. The ruling planet for Pisces is Neptune. Neptune is the planet of dreams. It's the planet of the psyche. Mercury is the planet of communication. So how does that work on the flip side? Pisces, every Pisces I know loves to talk. They all love to talk. Pisces will get into a conversation with you, and before you know it, you're talking for an hour with them. That's Piscean. Where did they get that from? They get that from the Virgo side that you don't see. The other thing about Pisces love to give. They love to serve. Their service comes across as giving. They're very giving of their time. They're giving of material things. They just love to give. Every Pisces I know is a giver. They love it. Okay. Where does that come from? That comes from the Virgo. So it's the Virgo you don't see. This is how that thing works. Let's step it back. Okay. Let's go to Leo. Let's go to Leo and Aquarius. It's the same thing. Leos love the spotlight. Aquarius, they're like, nah, let me let everybody else shine. So the thing that they share is the shine. One is, I want to shine. That's Leo. The other is Aquarius. I want you to shine. But now watch this. Here's where the Aquarian nature of the repressed Aquarian energy that you don't see in Leos. Every Leo I know, if you need help with something, they're there. They're there. That's humanitarian energy. That comes from Aquarius. Aquarius is here for everybody else. I'm here for you. That's Aquarius. Leo, they'll do that, but it's not upfront like it is with Aquarius. You have to ask the Leo. That Aquarius wants to know, what is the problem that we can solve for everybody? That is pronounced with Aquarius. But the part of Aquarius that you don't see is the Leo energy, which is the strength and the shine part, where Aquarius' shine is they step up and take that leadership role just long enough to promote everybody else. So they step into the spotlight just long enough to take care of the needs of others. So that's kind of how that works, okay? Leo energy is about strength. Aquariuses are strong. Some people see Aquarius as being a passive sign, but they're not passive at all. They're very strong, but it's repressed, it's pulled back, whereas the Leo is pronounced. So that's kind of how that works. All right, let's go on back to Cancer and Capricorn. Every Cancer I know, everybody, what do you know about Cancer? Cancers are they're the homebodies, if you will, of the Zodiac. They love taking care of their family. They're the nurturers. That's the best word. That's the word I'm looking for. Cancers are all about nurturing. It is nurturing energy, okay? What you don't see is the Capricorn nature. Every Cancer I know, they work hard. They work their butts off. That's Capricornian energy. It's just not as pronounced. It's not what you see. It's not what you see. You see the nurturing. You don't see the hard work that Cancers do. On the flip side, everybody sees Capricorn. They're like, man, Capricorn is out there. They get in the bag. They're about the bag. What they don't see is the nurturing side of Capricorn. Capricorn's getting that bag because they want to go take care of somebody. That's why Capricorn's getting the bag. Capricorn ain't necessarily getting the bag just for himself. Yeah, Capricorn wants the bag, but what the bag means to Capricorn is, I can quit working and take care of everybody else now, and boom, hey, I can take this money and boom, or take this achievement and make sure my family's taken care of. So they both have that axis of care, but one of them, the caring is pronounced at home. The other one, the caring is pronounced through going out and conquering or climbing the ladder of success. They do it so that they can take care of home. They share that same axis of care. All right? Gemini and Sagittarius. Gemini, what do we know about Geminis? They love to communicate. They love to talk. They can have a dual nature of them. You can see one side or the other side. Which one do you want? Okay? You can see the friendly side of Gemini, or if you try to screw them over or play them, you can see the other side of Gemini, right? That's what people know about Gemini nature, right? Geminis are great at giving advice. They're great at giving advice, okay? What you don't see is the Sagittarian nature, which is the wisdom and the learning. Sagittarius loves to go out and learn. Sagittarius is a sign of higher learning. So Geminis can talk about everything because they've learned about everything. So that's the Sagittarian nature that you don't see for seeing the Gemini. Now, Sagittarius on the flip side, they're all about going out. They move from one thing to the next, to the next, to the next. They move quickly. Why are they moving so swiftly? Why they move about like that? Well, it's that hidden Gemini nature. What's the ruling planet for Gemini? It is Mercury. Mercury is not only the planet of communication, it is the fastest moving energy in the sky. You look at retrogrades. Mercury retrogrades happen 4 times a year. The other planets, they happen less frequently. Okay, Mercury moves the fastest through the sky. So that speed that you see in Sagittarius actually comes from that hidden Gemini nature. All right. So, and on the flip side again with Gemini, you don't see that scout, that explorer, that adventurer, that adventurous side of Sagittarius, but it's in there. All right. Taurus and Scorpio. Taurus is known for loving things, material things that make them feel comfortable. Taurus and Cancer they're a lot alike, but Taurus is more about give me things that let me surround myself with luxuries, because the luxuries, the things that I surround myself, and they don't have to be like high dollar. It's just high value. There's a difference between high dollar and high value. You can get something that's not high dollar that has holds a lot of value for you. Okay, so that's Taurian nature. They love high value. They love beautiful things. Why? Because the ruling planet is Venus. Venus is the planet of beauty. That's among other things. It's the planet of love. Tauruses love hard too, but Tauruses, the nature of the Taurus is self-love. I'm gonna take care of me first. Okay, I can't take care of you if I don't take care of me. That's Taurus energy. Okay, it's very grounded as well. Very grounded. All of the earth signs are grounded. The water signs that are on the flip side, they're grounded too, but not as grounded. Okay. On the flip, the water signs are more emotional. The earth signs are emotional too, but it's not as pronounced as it is in the water signs. The water signs are intuitive. The earth signs are intuitive too, but it's not as pronounced as it is in the water signs. Let me flip it back. I told you about Virgos being darn near psychic. It's the same with Capricorns. Capricorns are empathic. Why? Because the sign of Cancer is the empath. Cancer is the empath of the zodiac. They feel everything. Capricorn feels too, but they're quiet about it. The Cancers are vocal. They're going to let you know. They're going to let you know if something hurt. They're going to let you know if something made them happy. A lot of times it'll show up in tears. The Cancers, they'll bawl their eyes out. Capricorn, if they're crying, it might come in the terms of them. In this is what it looks like if a Capricorn is crying. They're just wiping the corner of their eyes. That's the equivalent of a Cancer boo-hooing. If you ever see a Capricorn in the corner of their eyes like this, or kind of putting their head down, they're feeling a lot of emotion. But it's just something about Capricorn nature where they can't show it. Okay, so it's the same as Cancer. When a Capricorn is just wiping the corner of his eyes, he's crying just like he or she is crying, just like that Cancer is. But Cancer, you're gonna see that outward emotion. They get it out and then they move on. That Capricorn holds on to it for a little bit longer. And in fact, they hold on to it for a lot longer. Why? Capricorn's ruling planet is Saturn. Saturn is the lord of time. So that Capricorn is going to remember it for a long time. That Cancer is going to remember it for a long time. Capricorn's cutoff game, bar none. Cancer's cutoff game is bar none too, but not like a Capricorn. Not if you admit your faults to a Cancer, they'll like, all right, I might give you another chance, but you're not lying, and they can, because they can feel you. They feel your energy. So as long as they feel the sincerity, they'll let you back in. Capricorn, they'll feel it, and they're gonna swallow, and they're gonna go home and process it, and they're gonna think about it, and they're gonna be like, all right, man, they were being sincere. Maybe I'll give them another chance. If a Capricorn says maybe I'm gonna give you another chance, that's a yes. They're gonna give you another chance. All right, but that's that polarity. I'm just showing you guys how that works. So getting back to Scorpio and Taurus. Every Scorpio I know, like Taurus, they like nice things too. They do. They love nice things, but they don't show it like the Taurus does. Why? The archetype of the Scorpion is one of hiding. The Scorpion is a deadly animal, if you will, but because of its size, it's vulnerable. So it cannot expose itself in the act of stinging its prey. because if it's exposed, it could be crushed. So this is why Scorpios are very private when it comes to their feelings. They are not going to show you any emotion until they absolutely know 100%, or they feel like they can trust you, they can trust you with their heart, and you're not going to crush it. Every Scorpio I know is just like that. Okay, I grew up with one. Every Scorpio I know is just like that. Grew up with a couple actually. I got some cousins that are Scorpios as well. Same type of energy. They love valuable things. They hold things valuable, but you don't see it as much. Okay, you don't see it as much. Now let's flip that polarity. Taurus kind of has some of the same characteristics of Scorpio, but you don't see it as much. Scorpios are known for being sexy. They're known for being they're known for transforming and transmuting things. The Taurus kind of has the same capability, but you don't see it. Taurians, listen. Taurian women are. I'm talking about the women. I ain't gonna talk about no dudes. I'm a dude. All right, let's keep that. Let's leave that right there. A lot of Taurian women are just as attractive and sexy or sexual as a Scorpio woman, but you don't see it as much. Why? Because it's the side of the coin that you don't see, but it doesn't mean it's not there. Okay. Tauruses are into self-care. Scorpios are into self-care too, but a Scorpio is more likely to take care of Scorpios they're sacrificing. They're very sacrificing archetypes. They will sacrifice themselves for their family and the ones they love. Taurus is like, I'm gonna take care of me first, and then I'll take care of everybody else. Scorpio's like, let me make sure everybody else is taken care of, and then I'll take care of me. So that's the flip side. They both have a lot of the same characteristics. If you piss a Scorpio off, they're gonna get back at you later. You piss a Taurus off, they're going to get back at you now. But they both are about getting back. Okay? All right, so they're on the same axis. It's on the same axis. One is ruled by Venus. What's the opposite polarity for Venus? Mars. Scorpio's ruled by Mars. Taurus is ruled by Venus. All right? So let's go forward one more. Aries and Libra. Aries is also ruled by Mars. Libra is ruled by Venus. Okay? Every Aries I know, Aries is the sign of they're the charge forward, charge ahead warriors of the Zodiac. They're like, look, let's get it done now. We'll review later, okay? Now let me just jump axes for just a moment. Capricorn is a cardinal earth sign. Aries is a cardinal fire sign. Capricorn and Aries both kind of have that same energy about them. They're like, let's plow ahead and get it done. The difference with the Capricorn is going to carefully plan it. The Aries is like, let's go. We'll deal with whatever. We'll deal with the details as we're going, but we got to go. We got to get it. It's fast moving. It's a fire, passionate, whatever. That is Aries. They're the warrior. On the opposite side of that axis is the pacifist, the peace-loving Libra. Okay, the softer, gentler Libra. You got the hardcore, hard-charging, fiery, passionate Aries, and the softer, gentler Libra on the other side. Aries is the warrior. Libra is the harmonizer. Hey, Aries is like, look, bump everybody. This is what I'm going to do. Libra is like, well, what can we do to make this work? That's Libra. One is ruled by the first house, the house of self. Or one rules the first house. Aries is the first house energy. Taurus is Libra is the seventh house. First house is the house of self. Seventh house is the house of partnership. So, but now watch this. Every Aries I know has a soft side when it comes to relationships. They have a soft side when it comes to relationships. I've seen it. I've seen some of the hardest dudes I know. They are like balls of mush in their significant other's hand. They're soft. They'll spend a bunch of, I've seen Aries spend a bunch of money on the women they love. They'll darn near go broke and borrow money to take care of this person that they love. Okay? They got that soft side. So it's like, don't let that fire and that steam and that passion fool you. They got a gentle side, but you don't see it. They're on that same axis with Libra. So they got that peaceful side to them too. All right? Sometimes to achieve peace, you got to go to war. All right? And sometimes to end war, you got to know how to bring about peace. So they're kind of the same. You got to want peace. You got to want peace if you want war to end. All right. But sometimes it's like, I can't be at peace because this person won't leave me alone, or this faction won't leave me alone. So I got to go to war. It's human nature. It's the nature of existence. It's not just human nature. It's the same nature in the animal kingdom. It's the nature of existence. But every Aries has that peaceful, tender side that you don't see. Now, flip it. Libra, ruled by Venus, 7th house. Librarians are about balance, justice, harmony, all of that. But what you don't see is they got that fire in them. Piss a Libra off and watch. Libra, actually, I've seen by some astrologist reports, Libra is one of the most vengeful signs of the zodiac. I had no idea. But the reason why is because they're on that axis with Aries. So if you take their kindness as weakness, then the Aries side, the coin flips and you see the Aries side. Okay? And just when you think Aries is just all about mean, hey man, how y'all doing today? I didn't know that was in there. Yeah, it's in there. You just don't see it. When heads is up, you don't see the tails, but the tails is there. When tails is up, you don't see the heads because the heads is there. So y'all leave something in the comments and let me know what your thoughts are on this video. I dropped it like it was hot, all right? But if it's hot, then it's going to cool off too, right? Eventually, right? Because air, what you doing that food's hot? You say, the food is fire because it's hot. But when you want to cool it off, with that soup, you're blowing that soup off, whatever, so you eat it, you're cooling it off. You cooling it off, right? Fire, air. All right? Fire, air, earth. When you want something to grow, you plant a seed in that pot, you got to put some water on it. That water fertilizes that earth, okay? If you put a seed, you just put a seed on a plate and put some water on it, it ain't going to do nothing. It needs that earth for it to get what it needs to sprout. So water needs earth, air needs fire. For every fire sign, there's an air side to them that you don't see. For every air sign, there's a fire side to them you don't see. For every water sign, there's an earth side to them that you don't see. And for every earth sign, there's a water side you don't see. So just because someone's a earth sign doesn't mean that they're not intuitive. They've got intuition in there too. It's just not as pronounced as a water sign would be. And just because somebody's a watery, emotional water sign, it doesn't mean that they're not grounded. It's just that they got to come back and ground themselves. Earth signs are already grounded. They've got to work to show emotion. That's kind of how that works. And these things kind of show up a little bit more in the moon sign, right? Because the earth is the persona, the moon is the emotions. So it just depends. It depends on what it is. So you when you got people that have earth moons, they got to work hard to show emotion, okay? When you got someone that's got a water moon, they got to work a little bit harder to be grounded, okay? That's how these things work. So anyway, family, y'all leave something in the comments. I know I said this is going to be a short video, and it ended up being 23 minutes. I guess in the grand scheme of things, when my videos are averaging 60 minutes, 20 minutes is short. In my mind, when I was saying short, I was thinking this video was going to be 10 minutes. But if I stop talking now, the probability is likely that it'll remain a relatively short video. So family, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up and share it with somebody that you think might be interested in this. And if you are new to my channel and you like the variety that I bring you, hit that subscribe button and be sure to hit that notification bell. Turn it up to all so you'll be notified when I upload new videos. Why? Because there's a ton of things that you're probably subscribed to. And if you don't hit that all on mine, then you won't know because you got some other stuff on there. All right? You know how these algorithms work. Help a brother out, okay? Last but not least, family, I'm an award-winning author, and there are links in the description box to the books that I've written. You click those links, you can read a synopsis of the books, and you'll understand why I've won awards for Stuck in an Elevator and my flagship, From Fear to Faith, a Survivor Story. All right? For those of you who like to read, you like to be entertained, you like to be educated, you like to be motivated and inspired, look no further than right here. Right here. I'm your guy, okay? All right, family, I love you guys. Tell somebody you love them and mean it. How do you mean it? You have to show it. Love is a verb. It is a noun as well. But when we focus on the verb, the noun takes care of itself. Peace.